The Sports Hub.
Game 7, Boston trails by 2. It's been a battle all night, and for many in this building, this feels like the end. But Leroy and Cerrone, they've been here before. Leroy lurking, eyes locked in, and he pulls it loose! He's got the steal with 5 seconds left. He looks up, finds Cerrone. Cerrone catches, steps into it. A 3 for the win! He hit it! Cerrone from downtown. Leroy to Cerrone. They have done it again. They've done it again.
Oh, yeah. Good afternoon, everybody. George, you know the deal, man. I'm going to need you to turn that up just a little bit. I got to hear the scratch. Come on now. Let's hear it. I appreciate you. Welcome one, welcome all. It is a beautiful Saturday here in Boston. Unbelievable. It's all crisp. It feels like football weather. Training camp right around the corner. Is the spirit of football hovering over the region? Does that mean something, Cerrone?
Hey, man, it's a good time of year. That's all it is. Right there. I mean, we've made it.
Are the football gods sprinkling a little something over the Patriots? We'll get into all that type of stuff. We're just going to have a ball today. Again, the number is 617-779-0985. My son one time said, why do you say the number so much? I said, because people, for whatever reason, don't put the number in their phone. Sometimes they just need a reminder. So here's one thing. If you get a chance, put the number in your phone. Or you can just call us, 617-779-0985. We got a lot to talk about, but before we get into that, y'all know the deal. We got to do the music of the day. Now, today's music. See, I like to use this show as an opportunity to teach. We love hip-hop. This past week, I was listening to a group called Slum Village. They're out of Detroit. Unfortunately, 2 of the 3 members has passed on, but their music is forever. Today's music is dedicated to Slum Village, if you would. We're going to be real nice and easy today, laid back. If you don't know about Slum Village, look them up. Tell a friend to tell a friend. And again, hit us up, 617-779-0985. Let's get right into it.
Man.
I know. What's the biggest story this past week? We all know. Unless you was knocked out or you decided to disconnect from the internet. The biggest story is what went down at Gillette Stadium. Not with the Patriots, not with the Revs, but at a Coldplay concert. George, if you would, hit the sound.
News Center 5 has confirmed that Byron is married, just not to the woman seen on the jumbotron. And now Byron's company has entered the fray. Astronomer releasing a statement that reads, "Our leaders are expected to set the standard in both conduct and accountability. The board of directors has initiated a formal investigation into this matter."
Y'all saw it. Cerrone, the funny part about that whole thing, when there's a concert at Gillette, there's got to be close to 70, 80,000 maybe. I know it holds.
I guess
for
depends
a football
on
game.
what kind of show it
Yes.
is. I'm not sure if Beyonce's in the middle of the field. Let's say I think they fill the whole thing, but
Out of
I'd
all
say 60,000.
the lovers and friends that were in the building,
Lovers and friends.
they think about it. If Cerrone Battle is in control of the camera, and in your ear, the producer is saying, hey, find me a couple that looks like they are deeply, madly in love. And you're going through the 100 sections. You're going through the field. You're going through the 200s. You're going through the 300s. You're going through all that. And someone said those 2 right there look like they are deeply and madly in love, and we're going to show them some love.
Zoom in. And
zooming in and picking them out of all those tens of thousands of people, and it has ruined their life. Well, they've kind of ruined their own lives.
They did it to themselves.
And, of course, we're going to talk sports. But, Cerrone, just as a married man, how did you feel when you saw this clip just going crazy? Were you was laughing?
I laughed.
I can't. There are some people saying it's not funny, and I'm like, what are you talking about?
Nah, they did that to themselves. They did that. That's self-inflicted. if you're bold enough
Yes.
to go to a place with, like you mentioned, potentially up to 60, 70,000 people, and you stand on the front row of a concert, first of all, what song could Coldplay be possibly playing to have you that booed up in the first place? And you weren't hiding it.
No.
There was no shame. You went through all that to go there and whatever, and it probably would have continued if they didn't freak out the way they did. The freaking out is what made it go viral. That's the thing everybody's copying. You saw the Phillies, the mascots do that. That was hilarious.
Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
Right. If he didn't just played it off and kept it smooth, they would have been cool. But hey, if everything eventually finds its way to the light, and it was the biggest, brightest lights in all of New England. And hey, it is what it is.
They needed someone like my son, Man. Because right now, I just got a text from Man, which you can watch us on YouTube. So if you get a chance, go to YouTube. And he said he's watching, but fix your hair. Thank you for the heads up.
Fix your
They
hair,
needed
really.
somebody who to say, listen, what you guys are doing is absolutely wrong, but you need to.
The friend. The
yeah.
one next to him.
Who is she?
Who is she, first of all? And when I first saw the video, she's the one I zoomed in the most. I paid attention to the most because I'm like, oh, she knew. She knew the whole time. And she let them stand up there booed up like that instead of saying, you know what, y'all? I think y'all need to scale it back a little bit. Nah, you're doing too much. They were just so comfortable with it that they just felt it is what it is.
Unless she was smiling because she was happy they finally got busted.
Either way, she knew. She knew the whole time. But I mean, hey, his wife just got really rich.
Oh, my God.
She just came up. She's going to go on tour and see 20 more Coldplay shows.
I do
because
feel for her. I feel for both their kids and husband and kids.
She can't, and it's everywhere, so you can't duck it. But on the flip, she's like, "Oh, I'm retired. I'm a free agent. I'm. You think you were booed up? Like it's about to change, but it's crazy how it's become a huge sports moment.
George, you're a mess, man. Don't start no trouble.
Messy George. Messy George.
Now, I know there are people listening and saying, all right, fellas, we get it. It's been a news story all week, but this is 9-day-5, the sports
And it's
hub.
the biggest event that's happened in Gillette in probably 5 years.
Right. Since Brady's retirement joint. But you know us. We stay creative, and we got a creative way to continue this conversation. We got to take a break, but before we take a break, again, get ready to call in 617-779-0985. The question is, I need you all to be very, 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 be honest. Be honest.
It's a safe space.
Which player or team that everyone around you hates do you secretly root for? Who's your guilty pleasure when it comes to sports, a.k.a. who are you having a sports affair with? If you're from Boston, you know daggone well there are certain teams and certain players that you're not supposed to root for. But in your quiet time, in your lonely time, you secretly are pulling for that team or that person. Who are you having a sports affair with? It is, what did you say? It's a safe space?
It's a safe space.
It's a safe space. Hit us up, 617-779-0985. And for the record, Cerrone, do you mind if I put out one of mine? Because I've got quite a few.
Go ahead. I got one that I kind of, it lingered for a good decade. I got two, sorry.
Matter of fact, go to Twitter X, follow me, Boston L. Irvin. I'm about to post a picture. I've asked God for forgiveness because I had sinned. But when I was younger, and it could be past or present, when I was younger, I low-key was in support of the New York Yankees. I low-key was having a sports affair with the New York Yankees. And before y'all go crazy, yes, I love the Red Sox. They are number one. But you got to understand, when I was younger in hip-hop, you saw the Yankees fitted everywhere.
So you went and bought the hat.
It was about style. It was about fashion. obviously, again, I wore my Boston Red Sox hat all the time, but then there was just certain days if I had on that Yankee blue and I needed to go, if I had a color that kind of matched.
Shame on you.
Yeah, I know. I know. I had a sports affair with the New York Yankees when I was younger, but there are plenty more to go, plenty more to talk about. Again, 617-779. The phones are going. 617-779-0985. In honor of those two idiots who got busted at the Coldplay concert. What sports affair did you have or are you currently having? It's a safe space. I'm Leroy Irvin, Cerrone Battle, George on the ones and twos. It's 985 The Sports Hub.
More Leroy Irvin and the Sports Hub.
If you're not familiar, this is a Slum Village Music Saturday. We're going to smooth it out, but still bop our heads. Anyways, moving back to what we were talking about, Gillette Stadium this past week wasn't about sports. It was about a couple who shouldn't have been together at a Coldplay concert getting busted on what I saw the New York Post called the jumbotron. And so we flipped it. We said, hey, listen, who are you, or who have you in the past or presently, who are you having a sports affair with? If you don't understand what that means, basically, I'm asking, what player or team that everyone around you hates in the region? We know how it goes in Boston. There are certain teams, players that we're supposed to hate, but you secretly root for. Who's your guilty pleasure when it comes to sports? Who are you having a sports affair with? Cerrone, I know you got one.
Man, look, I'm going to go back a little ways. I was this 90s Patriots when it really took off. I couldn't really root for them too much because I was a Green Bay Packers fan to the core in the 90s. You couldn't tell me nothing. Brett Favre couldn't do nothing wrong. I love the 90s Packers. Reggie White and all those, Edgar Bennett, all those players. Huge fan of the 90s Packers. And unfortunately, they had to play my Patriots in the Super Bowl. Right? Yes. Yep. So I won money betting with classmates. I bet that the Packers would beat the Patriots in 1996.
No, you didn't.
And that was tough money to collect.
Yeah.
But at 17 years old, I was taking my little $5 from everybody because I was a Packers fan. I didn't wear any of I didn't have the hats, jerseys, stuff like that. But it was like, yay, let's go. Hey, Jambalaya, remember that? Let's go. Jambalaya, the Pats in New Orleans. And I'm like, yay, let's go. Desmond Howard.
Wow.
I was a Packers fan. In the most recent, I'm still a fan, and I don't hide this. I don't hide my love affair for Uncle Ed Reed. I was the biggest Ed Reed fan you could find outside of Baltimore. I still am a huge fan of Ed Reed. And when they play the Patriots, I'm like, all right, you're down 17. Okay, I can take a pick six from Ed Reed right here. I enjoyed watching Ed Reed play football. Not even gonna lie, I'm one of the biggest Brady fan there is, Brady of Nazareth. I think him and Ed Reed walk hand in hand across Jamaica Pond, right on top of the water. I used to watch Ed Reed as much as I watched Tom Brady. So,
oh my God,
I had a love affair with Ed Reed and the Ravens back in the
Can I give you a current athlete that I low-key have a sports affair with? I'm not supposed to like this person, being from Boston. Sorry, y'all. I kind of root for Kyrie Irvin. I do.
This guy.
I actually agree with them. I appreciate his game, and I think he got a lot of flack. It's kind of like it's tough because it's the beautiful woman that you seen walk out the door. How you gonna root for her and to have success in life? He's just so beautiful to watch as a point guard. I'm scorned when it comes to Kyrie. I think I can.
What could have been?
Right. It's what could have been. I separate the fandom and the love and the heartbreak with how and appreciating how good of a player he is.
Man, y'all need to get in when you fit in. These phone lines are going crazy. 617-779-0985. And I don't know if it's right to say in honor of what happened at Gillette Stadium, those two bozos.
It's a reaction to what happened.
Yes.
It's a reaction. Just to bring it back to sports.
To bring it back to
It happened in Gillette in our own backyard. We've been waiting for something exciting to happen in that building. And little did we know it'd be a Coldplay concert in July.
Are you ready for this?
Go ahead, man.
Let's go to the phones.
Funny.
Tim and Arvin, who are you having a sports affair with?
Yeah, it sounds crazy, but over the years, the Buffalo Bills, when the Patriots are down, she's kind of close by, she's kind of near. And, I don't totally hate Josh Allen.
Yeah.
And because he's not a jerk, and the fact that they lost all 4 Super Bowls.
Yep.
So secretly, I'm always rooting for the Patriots, but I always watch the Bills scores looking sideways as I'm watching the Patriots,
I love your description, Tim. See, Tim is the perfect caller for what we're talking about, and he put it in relationship terms. If you can do the same, do it. If not, don't worry about it. But I'm kind of with Tim, too. I remember those 4 Super Bowls they lost, and I said this on air this past season, I think the season before. Hey, if the Pats aren't there, I ain't going to lie, I want to see Buffalo win.
Man, that's tough.
But hey, it is what
tough.
it is.
That's
Is this Jesse in Hingham? Jesse.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up? Who are you having a sports affair with?
This one's a little tough. I've been a fan of Sidney Crosby since he was a rookie in the league, and I'm a big hockey guy, and everyone that I ever tell I'm a Sidney Crosby fan just beats me to the ground about it. There's so many other guys. Like Kyrie, come on, man. You like Kyrie? He did us dirty. He told us he was going to stay, and he left. Crosby's never done anything to us except for lose to us in playoff games. And everyone says, oh, you like the Penguins, you like Crosby. It's like saying you like the Maple Leafs, who did nothing but beat them, and how can you get on someone for liking them? I don't understand that.
Appreciate it, man. Hey, listen.
Yeah, Kyrie did leave you at the altar, though.
You got to have some guts and some, can I say, balls to call in today and reveal. I know you want to tuck it like they did at Gillette. I know you want to turn around and put your hands over your face.
Yeah, but that dude still hadn't stood back up yet. I think he's going to be laying on the ground by the time the season opens. We'd never seen him again.
Never. But today's your day. 617-779-0985. Who are you having a sports affair with? You don't want anybody else to know because you're scared of the backlash. But you're going to call and tell us today. Let's go to Julian in West Roxbury. Julian.
Hey, guys, great show, man. I'm a big fan. Like, Saturday's my only day off, and, you guys represent.
Appreciate it.
So I'm like Dominican American. I always love fitted hats. I only have New England, Boston sports team hat, but I always had a secretly wanted to get me a Detroit Tigers hat, right? Like, so once they traded Denver, that hit different with me, Dominican, the only Dominican guy. And I'm like, all right, that's it. I'm getting the hat right now, man. And I put it on Instagram. All my friends are like, you sell out, But and then since I bought the hat, they won 10 straight, man. Like so.
So you can't go back.
Yeah, you can't go back, Julian. You can't go back.
She done leveled up after you.
Yeah, buddy, you done messed up, Julian. Long nights of just drinking beer and
we all gonna need you to keep wearing that Tigers hat, man. 'Cause we don't know no bad juju here.
Oh man. I love this. I love the listeners. Oh my God, y'all keep calling 617-779-0985. Let's go to Tom in Quincy. What's up, Tom?
Yo, what up, boys?
What's up?
So I got one that I think is totally acceptable, and then I got one that I think is like outright a crime.
Okay.
And the one is like when Brady signed with the Bucks, like they were so hurt for season ticket holders. I was able to buy season tickets like literally that week. Like there was no wait list, nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of obviously dual supported him down there as well. But I was on this cruise a few years back with my wife, and we're talking to this guy. He's got a Patriots hat on and a Steelers shirt on. And, like, I just couldn't get over it, dude. I was, like, talking to him. He's, like, trying to justify it for, like, 45 minutes straight. Now, we're on a cruise, dude. I'm pretty lit.
Yep.
But nothing he could say could really convince me. But I was, like, basically his story was, I was a Steelers fan growing up, but then I moved to New England. I was like, dude, if you're a Steelers fan, you're a Steelers fan.
For life,
you can't really trade teams, but a lot of people disagree with that. That's all I got.
Okay, appreciate it, Tom. Let's go to Harris in Roxbury. Harris, who's your sports affair?
So listen, I just want to tell you, I'm the biggest Celtics fan ever. I've been to most of their games. I love the Celtics, but when LeBron James comes to the Garden, the GOAT, the greatest basketball player ever, I know what, I'm not even ashamed to admit it. Like I love that man. That is my guy. I love LeBron.
So Harris,
that's my guy.
No ducking and hiding for you like the two at Gillette and the Coldplay
you just stood up there swaying. Wouldn't even a dip.
Holding hands and everything.
All right, we got to take a quick break. Keep them coming. The phone lines are lit. 617-779-0985 is the number. If you're just tuning in, why are the phone lines lit? Because we all saw what happened at Gillette this past week at the Coldplay concert. Two Jezebels holding hands and getting together and were put on the jumbotron despite having families of their own. So we flipped it. Who are you having a sports affair with? Could have been in the past, could be present. You're ashamed to say it, but you're going to let it out today. This is what did you say it was? A judgment-free zone?
Judgment-free zone?
Judgment-free zone. He's Cerrone Battle.
You're listening to Leroy and Cerrone on the Sports Hub.
Now is the time to go solo.
Now, Leroy Irvin and Cerrone battle on Boston's home for sports. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Bomani Jones, shout out to him. He was like, they're not trying to go viral. They just scared to go home. And it was like, yeah. It was like, yeah, it's true. They're terrified to do anything now.
Cerrone, I put one of my secret sports affairs. I just tweeted it or whatever on Twitter X, Boston L. Irvin. Cerrone, have you ever seen this picture of me? Just know it was like,
I have, but I never noticed the hat.
Yeah, it was 95, I believe. So y'all got to bear with me and forgive me.
Got the prison pose and everything.
Boston L. Irvin, you can see it for yourself. But let's get back to the phones. And if you want to get in, I think there's one line open right now. I don't know for how long, with 617-779-0985. Matt and Malden, who are you having a secret sports affair with?
Similar timeline-wise to some of you guys, especially Cerrone with the Packers. I got into the NBA. I was in junior high, 8th grade. I'm 46. It was post-Dream Team 92, and the Celtics weren't my first team as much as a green teamer as I am now. It was after Barkley went to Phoenix, and it was Barkley, KJ, and Marley with the Phoenix Suns. Yeah. And anytime I played 93 NBA Jam, I was always the Suns. And they were my team to start in my NBA journey.
There you go, Matt. It sounds like you're not alone.
Man, shout out to you, Matt. As you started talking, when you said Dream Team and Suns, Phoenix Suns, NBA Jam, Charles Barkley was unstoppable. And when they had it was like, tournament edition? You can add a third player. It was Barkley, KJ, and Dan Marley. The Phoenix Suns. I wanted them to beat the Bulls so bad.
Yeah.
The Suns, that was my NBA team for a little while. Well, I'm a huge Charles Barkley fan, so no matter where he went, that was my guy. Think about it. You weren't really cheating on the Celtics then. They kind of left all of us.
No, I think
the early 90s Celtics kind of just...
It's supposed to be no matter what, through thick and thin.
The Celtics were going through some stuff. They were getting their lives together. They were kind of like, it's me, it's not you.
Yeah, but see, like when you go to the altar, you say for better or for worse.
But I was 14. I wasn't...
Sickness and in health.
I wasn't married to them at the time.
But in sports terms, you were married to the Celtics. I'm guilty too.
I had to
cheated
Stop
on
and
them
Shop
too.
shirts with the big heads back in the 80s. But like he said, after the Olympics in 92, Charles Barkley just went off. And I always knew about Barkley. But after watching him through that, and then when he went to Phoenix, I got to see Kevin Johnson dunking on people. And Dan Marley, the first guy we really seen taking 40-foot three-pointers, kind of like what Steph does now. They became a cool team, and they won 60 games out the gate. And the Suns, unlike the Packers, I had Phoenix Suns T-shirts, hats. I wanted Barkley's Air Max. I had the Barkley Godzilla poster in my room. I love that picture. I got to get it again. But I was all in on the Charles Barkley, the right guard commercial, all that stuff. I was all in on the early 90s Suns. So shout out to him. I'm in complete agreement with that. Yeah. And I don't feel like I was cheating on this.
I cheated on them. I cheated on them with the Bulls. Michael Jordan and the Bulls, which isn't surprising. But then my other team, the Supersonics. Sean Kemp, Gary Payton.
I think you were married to the Sonics.
Yeah,
you might have been married to the Celtics. You cheated on the Sonics with the Celtics.
I sure did. Let's go back to the phones. Matt in Boston, who are you having a secret sports affair with?
Guys.
What's up?
Yeah, hey guys. I actually kind of have two of them. I got a reverse affair because my fiance is from Kansas City, and so during football season, she's like, "Why don't you root for my teams? I root for yours." So I have to sit there and pretend to root for the Chiefs and hate every minute of it. But my legit affair is from back in the day when Derek Jeter, back in the early 2000s, all that Red Sox, Yankees baseball, man, he was a dog. He just played the game the right way. So I actually enjoyed watching him.
Matt, don't you feel better that you've let out your secret? Don't you feel better?
I do.
You do, right?
I do. I feel so much better. I'm like lighter, because I got to sit there on the couch and pretend like I'm rooting for Patrick Mahomes. And I'm like, I don't want this dude to win, right? Every time. I want Brady to be the dog, right? So I don't know. That's it.
Matt, we appreciate you. Now, we're having some issues with the phones from time to time, but the reason why is because you guys, there's a bunch of you cheaters out there. You sports cheaters. But I am glad that you're willing to call in and just cleanse your soul. 617-779-0985.
I hope he
is
knows
the
that she
number.
could hear this.
Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. It's kind of like with them Jezebels at Gillette. It is what it is.
Yeah,
It's
you
out there.
went out there in public.
Yeah, let's go with Chris and Sandwich. Chris, who you got?
I love to love him, but it's hard to not love Matthew Tkachuk.
Okay.
I'll hang up and listen, but he's everything you want.
It's all right. He's all nervous.
Why you sound real nervous, brother? Hold on, brother. It's going to be all right. Voice sounded a little bit too shaky.
He's all driving away.
Oh, my God. He sounded embarrassed. Let's go to Steve and Leominster. Steve, or, like I've said before on other shows, I know someone who said Leo Minster. So, Leominster, Steve, who are you having a secret sports affair with?
So listen, I'm a Massachusetts native, born and raised as a Patriots fan from birth to all the hard years.
Yep.
I'm 44. We saw them when they were awful, Bledsoe, been on the whole journey.
Mm-hmm.
But I used to live in Atlanta.
Uh-oh.
And I'm also a huge hip-hop fan.
Yeah?
And all from back in the 90s all the way through. And I used to have a lot of friends around Atlanta, and they'd always be like, Steve, come on, come to the Falcons with us. Come to the Falcons with us. I see the Flyers. Oh, Pastor Troy hosting the pregame party. Oh, man. And then everybody always telling me, oh, they had the tribute to all the hip-hop stars. They had Hitman Sammy Sam out there. They had everybody. And everything with the Falcons, the culture, it was all around me. I was in the middle of it, but I could not turn my back on the Patriots. We used to go watch the Patriots. Me and these two girls from Boston, they know who they are. The three of us and this one random dude from Atlanta used to be at the U-Bar and would be huddled around this one TV smoking our hookah and whatever, and there would be like the Falcons versus Saints games, and they'd have the beat battle going back and forth, and they'd be playing the songs in the commercial breaks, and I'd be standing up on the bar stool vibing and all of it, and I just wanted to just jump with both feet all the way in with the Falcons. I couldn't bring myself to totally...
Had to drop Steve.
Steve was going.
He was
going through it, man.
He was going through it, man.
Steve, you're strong. You're strong, man. You were strong. You could tell he was under pressure. They tried to get the ladies to get him to switch over. Falcons Saints is a big, for those who don't know, Falcons Saints is a big deal. It's like a major college game down there. He said they had Pastor Troy.
Oh, yeah. Good old Pastor Troy.
Man, you strong. You strong. Good for you for holding on, man.
That's
We finally got one guy, though, that he didn't crack.
No, he didn't.
We all cracked, and he held on strong.
His tone, his projection was going higher and higher. He was standing.
It's kind of like he was disappointed that he didn't do it, but
10 toes down. He was standing on it. Let's go to Mike in Framingham. Mike, you're going to be the last one before we take a break. The phone lines are going. Of course, we got other things we want to talk about, but we are a show of the people, so we'll keep it going. Mike in Framingham.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
All right. How you
so I've been a
doing?
Red Sox fan for a while, but I cannot deny Mariano Rivera. I mean, those eyes. I would hold him at any concert he wanted to go to.
Mike, we appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let me see.
No worries.
These phone, I can't even hang up. It's acting up so much.
Yeah, he was kind of sexy up there on that mound. Even if it was just the Red Sox, he was still like.
And he was putting in work.
He was
putting in work.
He always showed it. He was like, man, look at this.
You know what it is?
Come here, guys. Look at this.
You know what it is about the Yankees? And I think it's easy for you to get deceived and fall for them because of their presentation.
Yeah.
You know? At that time, and I know things have changed a little bit with the Yankees now.
Well, they were like the Spurs. It was the Patriots.
Yeah.
This is what a professional team's supposed to look like.
If baseball teams were, if you have a daughter and your daughter your daughter's looking for a boyfriend, and baseball teams are all the available boyfriends, the Yankees, for the first look, you'd be like, well, I mean, they're clean cut. Their presentation's pretty good. They're professional.
They win.
Hey, okay, I'm okay with that. But you're not supposed to do that when you're a Red Sox
And then you look
fan.
at the Red Sox at the same time. It was like, I don't want my kids anywhere near anything on that team.
Yeah, they're hanging down by the pond and then on the tracks.
Chicken and beer.
Yeah. Oh, my God. All right, so we got to take another break. Phone lines are going crazy. I promise we will get to you all. Who are you having a sports affair with? Secretly. But today you're gonna let it out. You're gonna let that weight.
You can use
off your
anonymous name.
shoulders.
We,
Yeah.
you know.
617-779-0985. It's a Slum Village Music Saturday. He's Cerrone Battle. I'm Leroy Irvin. It's 985 The Sports Hub. Don't you feel better?
I do.
You do, right?
I do.
The
I
weight
feel
is
so
just
much
lifted.
better.
Stay tuned for more. Two local guys, lots of local sports talk. Leroy Irvin and Cerrone battle on Boston's home for sports. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Oh, look at these two. All right, come on. You okay? Oh, what? Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
You know this one, Cerrone. Them Jezebels was playing a little bit too much. It's 985 The Sports Hub, 617-779-0985. You see, I had to let it breathe right there. Someone reminded me on Twitter X, how you going to do the show and not let the people know that Cerrone is in the building? He's in the building, y'all.
Oh.
He's in the building, y'all.
My bad.
Oh, look at these two.
Good one. That was Chris Martin of Coldplay calling out those Jezebels. Well, he didn't know he was calling them out, but that's just what happened. And so in response to that, we have been asking the question, who are you having or who have you had a sports affair with? You live in a region, let's just say Boston. We know the deal. There are certain, let's say it's the Yankees. We're not supposed to root for them, but maybe you secretly do. I told you I secretly root for Kyrie, and I know that's bad, but around here, but I just do. I root for him to be successful.
Have you ever, throw a little wrinkle to it, have you ever watched a game? You're watching your team. You're with your Boston mate.
Yeah.
Red Sox, Yankees, Patriots, Bruins, whatever. Revolution, it doesn't matter. BC. You ever watch, you're out there watching your mate, and then the opponent, somebody they're playing against at the time, you're like, man, look at that. Look at, like, for Celtics are playing, like you weren't a fan of this person or whatever it may be. Jokic, for example.
Okay, gotcha.
You're watching the Celtics,
yeah.
and you're looking like, man, that dude, but that Jokic.
You want to hold him?
He said,
Is that what you're saying?
those eyes. I don't know. There's something about that Jokic.
Oh, my God.
Like, you're watching your team and you become, a fan of somebody else. And I think, I'm going to say people don't admit that, but it's like, it's okay.
Yeah.
To see, to Celtics, for older Celtic fans, understand this more than anybody else. 86 Celtics, first round. Jordan was there, but you really didn't know him.
Yeah.
But there's no way you can't tell me that the entire Boston Garden wasn't sitting there drooling as they're watching
Right.
Michael Jordan do what he did in the first round in 1986, 60-plus points, whatever it was. Like those type of moments where you're like, I think I'm a fan.
Wow.
You're
listening to Leroy and Cerrone. The question that we've asked has to do with affairs. Which player or team that everyone around you hates do you secretly root for? Who's your guilty pleasure when it comes to sports, a.k.a. who are you having a sports affair with? Let's go to Ed in Lunenburg. Ed?
Yeah, so I got one like any 90s kid now in our early 40s. For some reason, we all had the Charlotte Hornets starter jacket.
Yep.
And then I think there were a couple more reasons because you had Grandmama guest starring on Family Matters.
Oh, yeah,
and,
that's right.
Like,
He was.
and Muggsy Bogues was the same height as us when we were 9. So, like, everybody cheered for him because, like, we could relate. I might have thought Muggsy was a kid playing in the NBA back then. So
That's a good one, Ed. But, if we're going to relate
the
this to
Hornets starter
relationships,
jackets, everybody had a Hornets.
everyone
starter jacket.
did. But if we're going to relate this to relationships, it's got to be a little bit something more to pull you away from your main squeeze, your Boston team. You can't just because of I can't say that.
Well, no,
'cause
it was-
happened to me too.
Yeah.
With the Yankees hat. And I had a Buffalo Bills jacket that I wore for like 4 years straight.
That's bold. You and somebody else did call about being the Bills back in the day.
I sure enough
But
did.
you actually had the apparel. You had the
and I
Bills
was
jacket.
rooting for them to win those Super Bowls, and it just never I walked in school every day after those Super Bowl losses and got laughed at.
You was at the concert.
Yeah. Let's go to Jesse in California. Who are you having a sports affair with? Jesse.
Much like the last guy, I went to high school back in the early 90s, and just to start this off with, I'm so white that, like, light reflects off of me, but I had a Raiders hat because all I listened to was hip-hop back then, and it was Dre, and it was Snoop, and you either wore the Raiders hat or the White Sox hat. It depends on who you favored, but yeah, the Raiders. I hate to admit it. I probably couldn't name 5 people on the team at the time.
It's all right. It's all right. Let that out. You weren't the only one. And I say that, shout out to our boy Rashawn. He hit me up, and he said he was trying to call, but he couldn't get through. He said the same exact thing, the Raiders. And it's like Bo Jackson was the guy that he, rooted for. And Bo Jackson, it's like, Bo Jackson, he was on a cartoon. Was it Pro Stars or whatever it's called?
Yeah.
Bo Jackson, the Raiders, the whole Raider culture, NWA, everything was Raiders jackets. I remember when Adidas came out with the top 10s, they had it was the forum, Adidas forums. They had the Raiders edition Adidas forums, the silver and black Adidas. My mom, she never bought me those. I think I'm going to have to get them on my own. I've been waiting for 30 years for them. But you had the Adidas, you had the Raiders hats, you had the jackets, NWA, Ice Cube. Bo Jackson was him, at the time. I think a lot of people, same thing with the Hornets. It was a cultural thing. Like, yeah, I'm be all in on this Raiders thing. And at the time, the Patriots were like I said, the Celtics in the early 90s. They were kind of going through their thing. They were kind of, they were under new ownership.
Yeah.
And we were kind of caught up more in the culture stuff than the actual games on field itself.
And you mentioned that, you said the cultural stuff.
Because the Raiders weren't winning.
I'm shocked we haven't heard anybody say the Kings in hockey. Because I remember seeing Kings jackets, Kings hats for different reasons. But still, no matter what town you went to, you saw Kings. Yeah. And I'm just shocked we haven't heard anybody mention them. Let's go to Russell in California. Who are you having a secret sports affair with? Ooh.
Hey, this happened a long time ago, probably 1970, 71. And, the Oakland A's were a really good team. And there was still black and white TVs, and this color was terrible on the ones that were color. And then I know they were doing good. And so I was only like 12 years old. And I remember we went on a winter break, down to Florida. And there was a store down there that first time they had hats. You couldn't even buy caps back then. It was hard to get. And all of a sudden I saw an Oakland A's hat. And, man, those colors just jump out at you like crazy. And it was great. All the other teams had pretty drab-looking colors and nothing good. And they weren't marketing them very well back then. And the A's were marketing well. And so I talked my dad into buying me one. And that year we went up, when the Sox played, we went to a game. And I guarantee they weren't even playing the A's, and I wore the A's hat. And I was the only guy in the stadium with an A's hat.
Appreciate it, Russell.
See, married to the
Russell
A's.
Is pointing out something about most men.
Yeah.
That we are a little bit too simple. Her eyes were green. Her eyes were a beautiful brown.
He saw it in person. It was
and throw your whole family away over that stupidness.
He went down to Florida and saw it in person. He was like, look at this.
Threw away his whole marriage with the Red Sox.
Came back to Boston with it, like, look
colors.
Look at these. Look at the way it pops.
Oh my God! Now we do have a lot more to talk about, but you guys are still calling in about this. What's your secret sports affair? We're gonna do the Sports Hub headlines, and then when we get back, we'll continue with this, and then we'll talk about more. Trust me, we got you. 617-779-0985. Cerrone Battle in the building today. You can check us out on YouTube. I'm Leroy Irvin. George behind the glass. It's 985 The Sports Hub.
From the Tell Your Type Studios, WBZ FM and HD1. It's not just the games. It's Toucher and Hardy, Zolak and Bertrand, Felger and Maz, Joe Murray. For Boston sports fans, it's 98.5 The Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group Station. Essential Sports Hub headline presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
All right, let's do this. The Red Sox winning streak is over as they lost to the Cubs yesterday 4-1. They'll face off again tonight at 7:15. Moving on to the WNBA. The All-Star Weekend is upon us. New York Liberty guard Natasha Cloud won the skills competition, and her teammate Sabrina Ionescu, I believe I said that right, won the three-point contest. The All-Star game between Team Collier and Team Clark is tonight at 8:30. In the NFL, work has been halted and at the Titans' new stadium as they're making it because there's an investigation because someone left a noose there We are finding out that former NFL Player Association leader Lloyd Howell Jr. resigned after an investigator received documents that showed Howell charged the union for 2 visits to what, Cerrone? What do you think he went to? The strip club. Unbelievable. The Revs in Orlando tonight at 7:30, and you can catch all the action right here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. Your Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Enjoy quick and convenient vehicle maintenance this month. Visit newenglandoilchange.com for 15% off your drive-through oil change at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, the official oil change of busy people. I'm Leroy Irvin. Your next update is in an hour.
Start your day.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Work through your day.
What's that thing we do at the end of the show?
And end your day.
I'm not giving you an opinion. I don't know.
Right here. 98.5 The Sports Hub. Now, Leroy Irvin and Cerrone battle. Leroy and Cerrone on Boston's Home for Sports. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Welcome back. It's 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'm Leroy Irvin. He's Cerrone battle. George.
Top 5.
This beat?
Top 5.
Kanye was doing his thing, man.
We need this Kanye pack.
We do.
Because somebody go back to the multiverse and take the one we got now and bring the real one back.
Oh, my God.
My goodness.
Yeah. You're tuned in to Leroy and Cerrone. Once again, 98.5 The Sports Hub. The number, 617-779-0985. We're also live on YouTube. So make sure you go there and check us out. We've been talking about secret sports affairs in response to what happened at Gillette at the Coldplay concert. Do I really need to explain what happened? We've all seen it. I'm so shocked how big it got. I'm not surprised it went viral, but I believe the first post of it, the video, I could be wrong. Last time I checked, I think it was at 92 million views.
Ridiculous.
It's called the Yeezy effect.
So we've been taking calls. Hey, George, because we need to move on to other things. If you could block the rest, because I'm going to try to get through all these calls. Well, you know what? No, leave it open. If we're going to be a show of the people, you got to let the people dictate what we're going to talk about to some degree. Let's go to Bill in New Hampshire. What's up, Bill?
Hey, so I think there's a chance I might be put on paid leave by my family, and there's a good chance they're listening. But Aaron Judge, man, like, he gets up, and it's something to see. And it's hard, you know, generations of Red Sox fans, but even that at bat he had after Crochet had struck him out, makes one mistake, and the guy puts it to the moon. I mean, he is an impressive player, and you know he'll be with the Yankees for his career, and our Red Sox trade all these types of guys away, so I can't help myself but love Aaron Judge.
There you go.
That's all right.
Ain't nothing wrong with that,
Let
Bill.
it out. Let it out.
Yep, let's go.
You ain't alone. You're not alone.
You're not alone. Let's go to John, the Seacoast. What's up, John?
Gentlemen, I have a confession to make.
Okay, we're all ears.
When it comes to sports teams, I don't know if I can say this word on the radio, but I am a bit of a slut. I travel for work. I visit all these cities, and I just go to the games, and I root for the home team. And then I the ex-girlfriend, you check her out on Facebook. It's like, how's she doing? You know, a couple of years ago, the Baltimore Orioles were like looking pretty cute, you know, and like, hey, let's keep this going. And now they're kind of like haggard and bags under their eyes. But I still like remember the good times. You know, their place is much better than mine. Like the place is so much more modern.
Yeah,
you know,
you're right.
I kind of almost miss visiting their place more than them. But like, I got a side piece in every town I visit.
Oh my
you know?
God, John, you need to go see a doctor.
Yeah, therapy session.
Oh my God. But perhaps the best call of the show so far. Let's go to Michael at Hyde Park. Mike, who are you having
What's
a
up,
sports
boys?
affair with? Not much, man.
I don't have an affair. I'm married now. I divorced my my hometown Boston College Eagles.
What?
It was because of a domestic dispute with a one Doug Flutie when I was 7 years old.
Okay.
Rudest dude I ever met in my life. So I asked my dad, I'm like, who's Boston College like football rivalry? He goes, I don't know, Miami. So I fell into a beautiful young thing, and me and Miami have been in love ever since. Go Canes all day, baby.
Hey, and he's proud of it. See, Michael, if he got caught on the jumbotron,
he would have stood
tall. It said, and so what?
Yeah, he would have doubled down, started kissing him.
Oh my God!
Look, man, he went to the U. He had a bad experience running with the face of the franchise and said, you know what? I'm gone, man.
Oh my goodness!
And he went to the U. It's not a bad, wasn't a bad decision. I mean, the U is the U.
You know why I love our show, Cerrone? If you're on YouTube, I'm holding up a piece of paper. I know you can't read it, but it's how we laid out the show, and we think this is how we want to do it.
Oh, the people always.
And then the people just hey.
It's Saturday. It's beautiful outside. It's the middle of summer.
Yeah.
We a couple weeks ago we had the conversation about which place was better on the beach in Quincy.
Oh yeah. Tony's or
the Clam Box.
Yeah.
Clam Box.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna leave here 5 o'clock, and I'm gonna go see for myself.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna get a little bit of both, and I'm gonna stop by at Sullivan's, give me some onion rings.
Yep.
Shout out to them, and just enjoy the day. And I think the people are already out doing those things, and they're listening to us. And we're just gonna give the people the floor. This is the people's show.
Hey, Cerrone, you ready for some California love?
Go ahead, man.
Let's go to Felix in California. Felix, who are you having a sports affair with?
Hey guys, I don't know if I'd call so much an affair. I'd say confusion. So I was born in Connecticut. My childhood friend was a diehard Yankees fan. He probably still is now. So I grew up as like a Yankees fan through elementary school, middle school, and then that's when I moved down to Florida. But I remember going to opening day after the strike, Rangers at Yankees. It was awesome. Like 11 fights broke out. It was amazing. So, like little did I know, I just didn't know. I was confused. What can I say growing up? Along with the bus driver, all he put on was MSG. So I got the Knicks shoved down my throat, and that's all I had to listen to. All my friends were Knicks fans. So what did I do? I cheered for the Knicks.
There you go.
Didn't know too much about the Celtics, right? The Patriots, New England, Connecticut, and New England, I cheer for them. That's why I tell everyone now, hey, I'm 44 years old. I tell them I was through the hard years of the Patriots. So I flip them the freedom cannons all the time when I tell them I'm a Patriot fan.
Hey, Felix, are you in the armed forces?
I'm active duty Navy. I'm stationed in San Diego.
And
yes.
Felix, we salute you. Thank you for all that you do.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Let's go to Francis in Haverhill. Francis, thank you for waiting, which tells me that you really want to get this off your chest.
Yes. So, I fell in love with the game of basketball in about around 1996. And I was about 12 years old, going through some hard times. But, so my first impression of the basketball was when I watched the draft. I saw Allen Iverson go number one, so on and so on. And when I ever heard Kobe Bryant going to the Lakers, I lost my mind. I don't know what it was. I'm a big Boston Celtics fan. I love Tatum. I love Brown. I love Bird. I love Parrish. I love all those guys. But I really, really, really love that Lakers uniform. I love Kobe Bryant. And it's like, I don't know. I just get a little twinkle in my eye every time I feel, and I kind of want to have that one eye open. And then, I really love you Celtics, but I mean, I cannot let this woman go. She's, I just really love that Lakers uniform. And my confession is I'm secretly a Lakers fan.
Love it, Francis. Thank you so much.
Kobe Bryant. He was seeing the images of Kobe working out with the Celtics with that Celtics shirt.
Oh yeah,
it's tough. It's tough. He was that close.
Yeah,
he was that. But real quick, what was the gentleman's name that was in San Diego?
Felix
in San Diego. I was gonna say it real quick. Shout out to you and everybody else that station out there in San Diego. My cousin Ray Cook, submarine man. He's been out there for decades. Wow. You might know Ray. I don't know what his ranking is now.
Okay,
Raven Cook. I don't know if he's just superior or not. Shout out to Ray Cook. And also, my aunt Juanita ended up in San Diego station out there because my uncle, my uncle Ruben, her husband, from Texas, stationed in San Diego in the Navy way back in the 60s. Ooh. So there's kind of a legacy thing there with being stationed down there in San Diego. So shout out to you and everybody else serving out there in San Diego out there in the Navy. So.
That's beautiful. Again, the number is 617-779-0985. We're trying to get to the other topics, but I mean, what can you do? Let's go to Sean in the car. Sean, who are you having a sports affair with?
All right, so I'm going to I got a past one and I got a present one.
Okay.
There's no full teams that I'm embarrassed of, so I'm going to give you the ones that I'm really ashamed of. I should have like a voice modulator on for something like they do in the documentary. So for the past, I never watched him play, but I've always just been just amazed by watching like the highlights and stuff. And that's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar when he played for the Lakers.
Okay.
Never would get a jersey, but man, love watching some of those clips. And then had the starter jacket when I was a kid. Vince Carter on the Raptors.
Okay.
Oh, that was like my first love, my first star player that I loved. And then a current one. I feel like I should have given myself a fake name, because my family might disown me for this one. I think Josh Allen is awesome. And okay, the love kind of left the marriage with the Patriots, so I kind of had to start looking elsewhere. Josh Allen.
Oh, Sean, your phone's breaking up. Yeah, but Cerrone looked like you had something to say.
That's like the fifth or sixth person that said the Bills.
Josh Allen, yeah. And Josh Allen.
Allen, 90s Bills, whatever.
Yep.
There's a lot of, there's a lot of Patriots fans stepping out with the Bills running around here. And that's a few that's called here. How many of y'all out there who's scared to call low-key? I'm a fan of Josh Allen. I like Josh Allen. I honestly think Josh Allen, I know I'm going to get killed for this, but I think he's better than Pat Mahomes. But I think he is.
Why?
I just think he does everything better. Pat Mahomes is just in a great, stable situation and has been from the moment he's walked into the team. He took over a team that was already, 11 wins.
Yeah,
and he just held on to it. And as that team's gotten older, Pat Mahomes' numbers are getting worse and worse along the way. If Josh Allen had himself an Andy Reid and a Travis Kelce and a Tyreek Hill from day one, things might have gone a little different. But I think there's a lot of love around here for Josh Allen, but hopefully we have our own Josh Allen down there in Gillette Stadium right now, and hopefully he becomes the guy that Bills fans secretly admire on the other end.
All right, let's take one more call before we go to break. But the phones, it's done frozen up because y'all are calling in like crazy.
God.
But that's a beautiful
breaking
thing.
The system, man.
That's a beautiful thing. Again, the number 617-779-0985. George, if you could. There it goes. Let's go to Jim in Braintree. Jim.
Hey. I have a type, and the type is the 76ers.
Okay. Really?
Since 1981, when I was 10 years old, I've been a hardcore Celtics fan since I was 10. In the early 80s, it was Andrew Toney. Then it was Charles Barkley. Then it was AI. And when he was younger, my wife and I got tickets right behind the bench to watch him at the TD Garden. Then, of course, there was Embiid, and my kids are college age, and they really like Jared McClain. I think it's genetic in my family to like the Sixers.
Do you know why? Can you explain why? Why are they your type? What is it about them?
I don't know. I think it's because it's because of the rivalry, and I sort of got nostalgic watching that HBO documentary. I finally watched some of it recently about the early '80s.
Yep.
Playoff matches and the when Moses joined them and stuff like that. I think I just had a lot of respect for them because they were hard to beat, and it's ingrained in my memory. But I always root for them, when they're not playing the Celtics. But it's something about them. I have no idea why.
Appreciate it, Jim. Man, phone calls are still coming in. Cerrone, hold your thought.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Hold your thought. We got to take a quick break. When we get back, Cerrone's thought plus more of your calls. It is
more. Taking your calls, giving hot takes. Leroy Irvin and Cerrone battle on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
A sports affair with, but coming up after that, we got to get into some Red Sox talk too. What's up, Cerrone?
The music, it's taking me back to Tower Records, man. Just checking out, just sampling music before you buy it. Remember them days? Just go in there, pick a CD, put the headphones on, and just listen.
You get like 15, 20 seconds of it,
of each song or something like that. Boylston Street, across from Prudential.
Oh yeah,
there used to be was it a record town downstairs? One of those stores used to be a music store on Boylston Street across from Prudential, and downstairs where they kept all the hip hop, like a lower level, underground, I guess.
Okay, sure.
But I never forget, I was in there sampling music. These dudes came in dressed in all black.
Mm-hmm.
They were all massive. They had hoodies on and everything. And they're all sampling music.
Mm-hmm.
This is sports related. I'm like, man, got all nervous. Now I'm 6'1".
Mm-hmm.
These dudes made me look like nothing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking closely, and one of them turned around to call somebody else over. It was me in the Portland Jailblazers.
Not the Trailblazers.
Jailblazers. The late 90s Blazers. The whole team was down there with me. It was mad cool, and at the same time, I'm like, yo, these dudes are terrifying. They were huge, and they had on all black because they had on Trailblazers warm-ups. They had the black hoodies and black sweatpants on. It was Rasheed Wallace, Isaiah Ryder. That whole squad was downstairs on Boylston Street sampling music just like everybody else. Man, to go see how times have changed.
Yeah.
You don't see superstar athletes like that anymore. Just mingling with the people. And one of the coolest experiences I've seen with an NBA team. And they were just around like everybody else. But it ended up being late. This is like maybe 98, 99, around there. Portland Jailblazers team downstairs on board. I can't remember what it was. I don't know if it was a Sam Goody or Record Town. I don't know what it was. Strawberries, one of them.
Now, with an experience like that, it didn't. Not for 1 second did you think, you know what, I'm gonna be a Portland Trailblazers fan now.
Nah, they were kind of like what's her name in Nobit, like Rasputia.
Rasputia.
Like he's all scared of her. Like I don't know. I'm gonna keep my distance.
So there was no sports affair
there was
going
no
on
affair
there.
I was calling the Celtics like, come get me, but it was a cool experience. But yeah,
That's
I
what's
thought
up.
of listening to sampling music.
Wow.
With the Portland Jailblazers in the late 90s.
Wow.
Cool experience.
Let's go back to the phone. Scott in Cape Cod, who are you having a sports or have had a sports affair with? Scott.
Okay, I got I'm a triple threat right now because I also got I got music you haven't played.
Uh-huh.
But number one, Jerome the Buzz Bennis.
Okay.
That's a good one.
And then Patrick Waugh, thank God he got traded from like the Canadians and ended up on the Avalanche, so I could be an actual fan. And then musically, everything comes into play with the theme of today's show.
Mm-hmm.
Positive K, I got a man.
Oh, okay.
What's your man got to do with me? I'm not trying to hear that. See,
I'm going to tell you something about that song, Positive K. George, if you can't pull it up, a clean version, hopefully. I was sick to my stomach when I found out the female voice is him.
It's him. I didn't know that until last year.
I'm sick to my stomach.
All these years, I did not know that until last year.
Who's that lady with that cute voice? It's Positive K?
It's Positive K. He, for those who don't know, we're probably going to play it in a second. I got a man, and he's going back and forth with a girl trying to talk to her, and she's like, I got a man. He's like, I'm not trying to hear that, whatever. Come to find out, he does all.
Let's go to Rob in Rutland. That makes me sick to my stomach. Rob.
I got hots for you.
Hello.
What's up, man? Who are you cheating with on the Patriots?
Well, back in 07, Patriots Giants. I'm at a Super Bowl party, and I realized in the fourth quarter, the last drive, that if the Giants score, I'm going to hit.
Oh.
And I'm going to win some money.
Oh. That's a tough situation.
Oh, my God. Ugh. Let's go to Mark in New Hampshire. Mark.
Hey, guys. Great stuff. Appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
First of all, I hope Felger's not listening from down the island right here because I might get banned from the station. I'll be down the dial.
Oh, God.
Montreal Canadiens, man. Now, listen, I got Coldplayed 35 years ago. Okay? So I got Coldplayed.
Dude, did you just come up with that?
I grew up a hockey player. Well, I've heard it. I'm sorry. I like to take credit, but I've heard it. But it's got to work, right?
Yeah, that's that.
Right?
Coldplay.
I grew up a hockey player in Boston. I'm older than you fellas, right? But I kept it quiet, man. Kept it quiet. And we had an OT game, the Nearly Bork era. Montreal scores an OT, man. The popcorn's flying, the beer's flying. I got my high school line mates playing out there for the Boston Bruins, and I'm making funny eyes at the Montreal Canadiens. Oh, boy, I had to run to try to catch that midnight train to Lowell because the boys took off.
Appreciate it,
I was
Mark.
done.
Appreciate it,
I was
Mark.
done. All right, fellas, appreciate you. Take care.
Thank you, man. Mark, a wild boy right there.
Yeah, he is.
He's a
in the
wild boy. Let's see who else we got. We got, I think I have found me a new friend, Hassan in Nashua. Hassan.
Hey, guys. So when it comes to poetry and motion, I don't think there's anybody else that compares to Kyrie Irving with the basketball. I think, like, coming from an immigrant household with my parents who weren't born here, I think Kyrie was really somebody that I showed them and they grew attached to, like watching and entertainment-wise from the years over. And I think just as another Muslim to another, I think that it's inspiring the work that he's done in the communities, like for his foundation, and then also standing up for his beliefs, like how Hakeem did, like how Kareem did, and how Mahmoud Abdul Rauf, I don't know if you guys remember him, how he did.
Oh, yeah. I appreciate it, Hassan. I'm with him. I can't really explain like he did why, but Kyrie.
He said poetry and motion.
Yeah.
He might be the only NBA player left that's aesthetically pleasing. And there used to be a time in NBA basketball where every era had guys, multiple guys that were aesthetically pleasing, guys that you would pay money just to watch them move.
Yeah.
Kyrie Irving's the only one today that has that because everybody else plays the same. High pick and roll, step back, fade away, whatever. Kyrie, you don't know what he's going to do. In every era, I don't care if it was ABA, Connie Hawkins, Dr. J, George Gervin, Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins, Vince Carter, Kobe Bryant. You know, there was always guys that when they got the basketball and they had one dribble and they're going to the rim, what are they going to do? You get on your feet like, here it comes. Football. Randy Moss, Michael Vick,
Barry Sanders,
Bo Jackson, Marshall Faulk, guys like that. When they got in the open field, they're like, everybody gets on their feet. Soccer players, you see it with Messi and Ronaldo, those type players. Aesthetically pleasing. Kyrie Irving.
Gretzky, too.
Wayne Gretzky. It's Connor McDavid. Connor McDavid today, there should be a lot of people calling in about McDavid. McDavid, people compared him to Kyrie Irving. They put the highlights side by side. And basketball fans that never watched NHL watch Connor McDavid for the first thing. Bleacher is the one that put up a bunch of these side by sides. And they're like, yo, look at him cutting people up. Like, I'm going to watch him because it's aesthetically pleasing to watch. And I think in sports, we don't have a lot of that. And that's why you notice all these calls, nobody's mentioning anybody modern. There's nothing modern in any of these phone calls. Kyrie Irving's the only modern. Josh Allen.
Yep.
That's it. Everybody else is mentioning 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s.
Yeah.
Today, everything's kind of the same, so it's like they're all the same girl. So it's kind of like, what's the difference? Like
plastic surgery.
They all look the same. It's like, they all look like Kardashian girls. It was the difference, So whereas back in the day, it seems like there was so many different things to make fans. The reason people became Barkley fans or Jordan fans, Kobe Bryant fans. We heard Buffalo Bills. Some people called in the Oakland A's about the hat, the colors. There was different things. And today, with everything being the same, it's like, who are you a fan of? The sport. And it's like, there's nothing different about anything going on.
Before we go to break, we got to go to this next person, Eric in Reading. And the reason why is because the athlete he's about to mention is I've been cheating on the Patriots with a certain team because of this guy. Eric,
What's up, boys? Got to go Randy Moss. I mean, he was just. I haven't heard anyone in my life say they don't like Randy Moss. Now, I had family grew up with on Nantucket Island, born and raised, and they left for Minnesota back in the late 90s. And I used to go to Patriots games in the old Viking Stadium. I and favorite helmet in the league. So and it's an NFC team, so it's a little easier for me to do it. I got to go with Randy Moss, Vikings.
Appreciate it, Eric. And the reason why I agree with them, because
I don't know why you didn't mention that to begin with.
I know. I've been using the Vikings in Madden since the late 90s because once Randy Moss showed up on the team, I was like, this is my team, period. To the point where he left, they're still my team.
Randy Moss, I just mentioned a minute ago. Randy Moss was who they playing this week. Is he on TV?
Yep.
And he never disappointed. And when you see something like that, like the caller said, man, it was those eyes. It was his hands. Did you see the way he glided? Did you see his legs?
Right. Effortlessly.
150 yards, 3 touchdowns. Well, how many catches he had? 3. It was like, that's not supposed to happen.
Oh, man.
And you all seen it.
Yeah.
Because you had a chance to be married to him for a couple years. He came into Foxborough, and everybody instantly was like, put his number up. Put him up. After 1 year, put his number up. He's already in the Patriot Hall of Fame, and it's the boss, Randy Moss. That was all she wrote.
All right, we got to take a break. 617-779-0985 is the number. Keep calling in if you want to talk about who you've had or are having a secret sports affair with if you want. And when we get back, we're going to touch on the Red Sox. That winning streak went bye-bye. It's gone. We'll do that next. 985 The Sports Hub.
You're listening to Cerrone on the Sports Hub.
And that's upstairs for ball 4. So Bush is on in front of the very dangerous Kyle Tucker. 3-2. That's a go ball 4. Back-to-back walks here by Lucas to begin his second half. Suzuki the DH, 263, 25 homers. He's driven in 77. Swings immediately and drives that high and deep into left center field. Rafaela back. That ball is gone. Seiya Suzuki with a 3-run homer. 2 walks and a blast. And just like that, the Cubs lead it 3-0.
Jewel, hope you guys are enjoying it. He's Cerrone Battle. I'm Leroy Irvin. George behind the glass, and the phone lines are still open. Now, if you want to talk about your sports affair, feel free to call in. We're going to take those calls too. Also, just played the Red Sox. Their winning streak is over. They lost to the Chicago Cubs last night, or yesterday, afternoon. Game started early. That's old school. That's a throwback right there. 4-1. Cerrone, just really quick, because a lot of people have been really, really high on the Red Sox leading up to the All-Star break. And, saying that they are in the picture for being a contender or whatever. And I know yesterday was just one game. But they got 2 more against Chicago, 3 against Philadelphia, 3 against the Dodgers, and then 3 against the Twins before the deadline, which is the 31st, July 31st. Just for you in general, man, with all those games coming up, what would make you feel comfortable? What would make you feel like the organization should invest in the team and push towards putting a better product on the team to really, really compete? What record do they need to have in those games right there?
I think you got to split these series against these really good teams. You got to figure out a way to be 500, I say, against these teams. The Cubs, they might be the best team in the National League. So losing to them shouldn't make you – I was going to ask you, do you feel that the streak ending yesterday, that it kind of killed the momentum of that they had?
I think the All-Star break killed the momentum
more than the game itself. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't think you should be down on this team now and say, "Oh, there they go." See, that's what I thought, because they lost to the Cubs. This is a really good team. I believe they're 20 games over 500, the best home team I think in the NL. So yeah, I mean, they're gonna lose some games. They're gonna play tougher competition. But I think splitting against, next couple tough series that they have and maintaining, what are they now? 7 games over 500. If you can stay around that before the deadline, I think people will be fine with that. And we look forward to seeing what the front office does in building this team and getting them ready for the second half of the season. But if they come a couple weeks and they're back to being 500 again, I think the fans, I think the players more than anybody else, this has happened to this team the last few years. I know we talked about this before with George a couple weeks ago, where the players kind of get down on themselves, and that's normally when they start to fall apart after the trade deadline. The last few summers this has happened. So I think if they can keep their own spirits high, ride their own momentum, and be confident in each other and themselves that they are a good team, and just stay there as they make moves for the second half of the season, I think they'll be fine. But I don't think losing a series to the Cubs or one of these really good teams should break the souls of the players and the fans at this point.
I heard Trevor Story talk about the team, and one of the things that he said that I found to be like, it's typical, but it was good to hear. He was like, man, we're a team that can win in multiple ways. And the way he was talking, his tone, I said, oh, he really believes. And to me, that tells me that the team really believes, which is great, which is good.
Last year was like, oh, we can lose in so many different ways.
Right.
Like, just the wording.
But this stretch right here is so important before the deadline. This stretch is very, very important. I have a feeling, I believe that the Red Sox organization is cheap. And if they don't see this team split, like you said, or better, I don't think they'll spend money. I don't think they'll be like,
you
really
think
serious.
They're the ones more than anybody else? Like, kind of like, you ever see I know you've seen it before. I use the meme all the time. The Bugs Bunny and Yosemite Sam, where he draws the line.
Oh, yeah. Just keeps moving
and
the
he
line?
just keeps moving the line. He draws the line, draws the line.
Yeah.
Like, Red Sox front office, Breslow, they're all sitting there like, yeah, I know you won 10 in a row. Yeah, but beat this team. Okay, we'll beat this team. Okay, win this series. Okay, win that series. Looking for a reason not to go all in on this team. Say, aha, there it is.
And here's how I could see it happening. Because the team has been hovering around 500 for a majority of the season until the winning
recently,
streak.
right? Last few
But
weeks.
if you end this stretch and you're back around 500
They're
again,
gonna say you are who we thought you
you
were.
are who we thought you were. It's as simple as that. 617-779-0985 is the number. I don't know how in the world we
lose 15 minutes.
Just started talking. We got to take a break. People are still calling about their sports affair. We'll get some more calls about that. Yes, and then also. What if I told you, mentioning sports affair, what if I told you all your secret baseball crushes could be on their way to Boston? I'll explain it next when we get back. It's 985 The Sports Hub.
Stay tuned for more.
Now, Leroy Irvin and Cerrone battle on Boston's Home for Sports. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Ouch! Back. It's all the way to Marblehead. In a single round, we've never seen 13 home runs before. But then again, we've never seen 70 either.
Well, you dotted the record books with the 70 jacks last year. 13 home runs in one round. A new home run hitting contest record. Another one to put on your resume. Congratulations,
Thank you very much. Thank you, Boston.
You all right over there, Cerrone? 985 The Sports Hub. Leroy Irvin, Cerrone battle. George on the ones and twos behind the glass. And you, the beloved listeners, we thank you for all the support. Hit us up, 617-779-0985. It's a Slum Village Music Saturday. And George, yes, it is hip-hop. That is. And George, the clip you played, if you could, just give us a description of what that was all about.
Excellent. To set the scene, that was the memorable 1999 Home Run Derby here at your beloved Fenway Park, the last All-Star game that was hosted in Boston, period.
Yep, and so if you haven't heard, the Red Sox apparently have expressed interest in the All-Star game at Fenway Park.
Go say it.
I feel like Boston fans in general are hypocrites because every time we've sat on this show, Leroy and Cerrone, and we've talked about, let's say, I don't know, the NBA coming back here or
any major
event, racing. What else? We said the NFL draft. We have been bombarded with people saying it can't be done because of traffic, because of this. There's not enough this. There's not enough that. We're not built. The train system's garbage. Here this comes out, and I haven't heard a peep. Where are you negative Nancy's at? Nowhere. Cerrone, I can't figure this one out. I can't figure out why people aren't automatically dismissing it and saying it can't be done.
Because they want to say it, but they know when this happened in 1999, when things were worse, by the way. Far worse.
Couldn't you feel the energy was different, even just in that clip? It felt different.
It's different. Of course it's different. But they couldn't make the argument because when the All-Star game came in 99, it didn't delay anything. There was no traffic. It was a regular it's a regular baseball crowd. It's just filled with fans from different teams. That's it.
That's it.
It's not like Fenway all of a sudden is going to have 30,000 more seats. They had the Fan Fest. I think it was at the Heinz. Might have been the Heinz Convention Center.
I remember that. Yep.
Now we have this massive convention center now on the Seaport. That I don't think it was there in 99. Are they changing it to like Menino Convention Center or something
yes,
like that now?
They are. Yep.
You got the convention center at the Seaport. You still got Heinz or whatever it is.
A buttload more of
Way more hotels.
Yeah.
I know the transit system seemed like it has issues or whatever. They were just where in Atlanta?
Yes.
Atlanta's transit system has nothing on the MBTA.
And it moved from, remember the old Atlanta, which used to be the Olympic Stadium.
Yeah.
They moved the team from there.
Right.
They're like in, Cobb County or
They're
something
way
like
outside the city. It's like equivalent to almost like the Patriots, like Foxborough. It's a 30-minute ride. Well, Atlanta's traffic is worse.
It's up there, yeah.
It's bad. And yet there was no issues about it. I think, look, we talked about this before the show, me, you, and George. I think Major League Baseball, I think Yankee Stadium, Fenway, Wrigley should be constantly up there for the All-Star game. Just like NFL. You know they're going to New Orleans every few years.
Yep, for the Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl. You know there's certain cities that we know they're going to keep
going
to
Miami.
They go to Miami. NCAA football.
Yep.
You know they're going to Atlanta. They're going to Mercedes-Benz. They're going to New Orleans. They're going to go to Dallas. They've got their places where they go. Detroit gets a Super Bowl because it is. They're raggedy Detroit. They get a Super Bowl because they got a nice new stadium. Folks, these cities are worse than Boston. Yeah, I know you only know and hear about where you live, but if you travel and see other places, you're like, ew, they get All-Star games here? Like Jacksonville getting a Super Bowl. You ever been to Jacksonville? Exactly. It's a horrible place. But they get Super Bowls in Jacksonville.
Kendra might come for you, man.
She gets it. Where's Kendra live now?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All righty then. She knows. She has more fun here. Florida is a phenomenal place, one of my favorite places to go. But Jacksonville isn't in the top 10 places to go in Florida. But Duval. Shout out Duval. But my point is, Boston, to me, is a magnificent place to have all-star games. NBA all-star games should be at the Boston Garden.
Yeah.
It should be in Madison Square. Major League Baseball all-star games should be at Fenway, should be at Wrigley. These traditional places that are just places that everybody wants to go. And I think having an all-star game, think about a home run derby with the wall, with the monster. Bonus points for hitting it over the. Put fans on Lansdowne Street where they can catch the ball as it comes over. There's so many different ways you can go about it. But I think Boston, whenever Boston's name comes up for major sporting events, I don't think folks should be quickly running to the nose.
Yeah.
Man, we talked about this before. Yes, I want the Olympics here. Yes, I wanted an F1 race going through the seaport in downtown Boston. Yes, I wanted all that stuff. I want NBA. I want the NFL draft, the City Hall Plaza. I want all these things. And don't tell me they can't have it when I'm watching places like Green Bay. Green Bay?
I know.
It's like having the draft in Newton. Like, yo, it's Green Bay? How are they getting the draft in Boston? The Patriots, 6-time Super Bowl champs, can't get no events because you're afraid that there might be a little traffic on a Thursday night, Friday night. Man, they're going to shut the whole thing down and you're going to know 3 years in advance. Just don't go down there. It's that simple. But Major League Baseball All-Star Game should be in Boston. It would be dope. Everybody would go. It was dope in 99. It's one of the most memorable games, memorable experiences. Everybody here would love it. NHL All-Star Game should be here. NBA All-Star Game. WNBA All-Star Game. Their festivities should be at the Garden. They had that game the other night, sold out like crazy for a regular season game. All those events, everything should at least come through Boston every few years because it is one of the top sports markets in the world. World Cup's coming, all that stuff. We can't keep turning this stuff down because we're afraid of a little traffic. Okay, it's inconvenience, but it's a dope experience for those who are allowed to go and get a chance to go. And it's a good way to represent our teams, our city, and all those other things. So I'm all for, man, I want to see an NCAA playoff game here at Gillette. I want to see all that
finals and stuff.
Yes,
they've done the tournament.
Not just the basketball. Man, I want to see
you're talking about football. Oh, okay.
It's Gillette Stadium. Yeah. Think about it. What do you call it? Forged in Foxborough, all this stuff is on. They stuff the other day about showing Trey Henderson and the rookies. They're looking at the Patriots Hall of Fame like, man, think about it. The Patriots rookies now, Drake May included, all the young guys, their whole lives, all they known is the Patriots to be the premier franchise in all of sports. They grew up with the Patriots being like unreal. So imagine if college kids had a chance to play at Gillette for a national championship.
Same way people talk about looking up at the banners
at the Garden.
At the Garden.
Final Four. I know they play the Garden. I mean, the Final Four major like football stadiums, but a Final Four in the Garden under the banners make the court parquet. You can put the different stickers on the court, but leave the parquet on the floor. Show why we're in Boston. But I think we can't keep turning this stuff down for the sake of, man, traffic.
I know.
Traffic gonna be here anyway if they're playing or not. Right? What difference does it make? But give them a reason to do it.
617-779-0985 is the number. The phone lines are open for any and everything. I see all the people still wanting to give their sports a fair. We're going to get to it, and I thank you all for holding. Please hold. When we get back, we got the entertainment report. I got something I need to tell you guys I'm going to do. I'm going to let you know about that also. And again, get back to your phone calls. Everything's open. It's 98.5 The Sports Hub.
It's not just the games. It's Toucher and Hardy, Zolak and Bertrand, Felger and Maz, Joe Murray. For Boston sports fans, it's 98.5 The Sports Hub. Beasley Media Group Station. Sports Hub headlines. Presented by Celsius Energy Drinks.
The Red Sox winning streak is over as they lost to the Cubs yesterday 4-1. They'll face off again tonight at 7:15. WNBA All-Star Weekend is going down. It's the New York Liberty guard Natasha Cloud won the skills competition, and her teammate Sabrina, I always mess up her last name, so please forgive me, Ionescu, won the three-point contest. The All-Star game between Team Collier and Team Clark is tonight at 8:30. In the NFL, work has been halted, and now there's an investigation at the site of the Titans' new stadium as a noose was found. We are finding out that former NFL Players Association leader Lloyd Howell Jr. resigned after an investigator received documents that showed Howell charged the union for 2 visits to the strip club. My God. The Revs in Orlando tonight at 7:30, and you can catch all of the action right here on 98.5 The Sports Hub. The Sports Hub headlines are brought to you by John Sewer and Drain Cleaning, 24-hour on-call service for your clogged drain emergency. Go to johnsewer.com. I'm Leroy Irvin. We'll be right back.
Listen to it, laugh at it, get mad at it, agree with it, argue about it. It is Boston Sports. Boston Sports. And it is all we do. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
2 local guys, lots of local sports talk. Leroy Irvin and Cerrone battle on Boston's home for sports. 98.5 The Sports Hub.
Welcome back, 98.5 The Sports Hub. What a beautiful Saturday. Slum Village Sports Music Saturday here with Leroy Irvin and Cerrone Battle. You okay, Cerrone?
I can't wait to get in the car. I'm about to go to car wash.
Yeah.
I'm about to pop that sunroof open.
Uh-huh.
I've been blessed with the panoramic sunroof. Thank you, Lord.
Yes, Lord.
I'm going to put the windows down, and I'm going to put this on, and I'm going to ride around like I own the place. And I can't wait. Thank you for the music. Shout out to Leroy and George for this, man. This is
no doubt.
It's a Saturday right here.
Here you go. The number 617-779-0985. We were talking about the Major League Baseball All-Star Game potentially coming here. We got more about All-Star games that we're going to talk about, plus your calls. People are still calling in because in response to the craziness that went on at Gillette Stadium because of the Coldplay concert and 2 Jezebels, as we're calling them, got caught cheating, we were asking what team or what player have you had a sports affair with? You know good and well you're not supposed to like them, but you do. You know good and well you're not supposed to be messing around with them, but you do. So we'll get to all of that. But before we do that, it's time for George. Are you ready to go? It's time for the entertainment report. All right, so we're going to do this quick. Wu-Tang was at the Garden not too long ago, and now member Raekwon's new album, The Emperor's New Clothes, has dropped. It's his first solo album since 2017. I gave it a listen this morning. So far, so good. Moving on, the attorney representing a woman that sued Shannon Sharp. That Coldplay music real quick. Let me set the scene. Coldplay at Gillette Stadium. The camera is looking for people in love, and then this happens. They find them, they see them, and you can tell, like, hey, them 2 ain't supposed to be together. Doing pretty good. Now, if you would, Kevin, let the people know where you're from, the name of your company, and then I'll hit them with what might be going, not might be, it's going down today, if you would.
Yes, sir. Originally from Boston, right here in Boston.
Oh, yeah.
Kevin Shelley. And I got my ice cream store out in Dedham, Massachusetts. It's called Mixins.
Yep.
MIX-INS. It's over at 248 Bussey Street. And we're doing real good, man. We got a lot of different flavors, a lot of different toppings to offer all of our guests that come in.
That's right. Now we have them calling in today because don't laugh, Cerrone. I'm going there today. And what's the name of the contest? The contest, Kevin?
It's the original milkshake challenge. That's what we're doing today.
Okay, and I'm gonna have to chug a certain amount of a milkshake. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
And,
yes, sir.
And
yes,
what
sir.
do I win if I finish it?
You are going up on the wall of shake, my man. That's what you're going to do. You're going to get your plaque up there.
Yep.
Your name's going to be up there.
Okay.
And you're going to be on our social media pages, and it's going to be awesome.
Okay, so there it is. I'm going there today. And for the record, Kevin and I, we grew up in church together. Families are close. Families are tight. And
Yes,
Kevin,
sir.
I went up to the shop this past week, and it's a phenomenal place. I love how clean it is. I mean, it's excellent. It's clean, and the ice cream is delicious. So I'll be going there today. If anybody is in the Dedham area, I should be up there around, I'd say around 6 o'clock. So y'all come on through, see if a brother can chug some shakes. My guts are going to be all jacked up, but I'm going to do it for the love. Again, Kevin, if you would, give the address.
Yes, sir. 248 Bussey Street in Dedham, Massachusetts. That's Mixins, MIX-INS.
Thank you, Kevin. We appreciate you so much. I'm going to see you later on, okay?
Yes, sir. Love you guys. Thank you very
man.
much.
Appreciate it. Thanks, man.
The Lactose Leroy about the.
I like that name, Lactose Leroy. My guts is going to be just devastated.
All over the sidewalk.
All tight. Rolling in bed all night long.
You be laying there like you had an alien jump on your face. You're going to wake up in the middle of the night like, oh, God.
Poor Tina. All she going to hear in the bathroom is bloop, 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 bloop.
Bust right out of your rib cage.
Oh, man, we're having a lot of fun. 617-779-0985. Let's go to the phones because people have been waiting. We appreciate your patience. And people with, let's say, what do we call it again? Sports. People who have had sports affairs in the past or presently. What does that mean? That means you're not supposed to really be down with this athlete or this team because you're from, let's say, Boston, and you're letting it out today. You don't care. Let's go to Scott in Rhode Island. Scott, thank you for waiting. Who you got?
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon.
I grew up a lifelong Giant fan, and I moved up to Rhode Island to go to school at Rick, and my summer job was selling New England frozen lemonade. And we had all the events at the old Foxborough. Okay. And the bonus, if you did a good job, was you got to go to the football game at the end of the season, right?
Yeah.
Well, no one's buying this stuff. I've never been to a football game, and they're playing the Jets. New England. And I can't stand the Jets because I'm a Giant fan. And I'm sitting 50-yard line with my lemonade right there, and I'm watching this game. Don't have to sell. The guy said, don't worry about it, just a contract thing. Just go watch the game. So, okay, great. And then the guy, Tom Brady, goes in. He comes running off the field. This is when he was a normal human being and drank, Gatorade. And he comes running right where I was at. And I seen the intensity in this guy. And I came back, and I told the guy, shout out to Bobby, Douglas Ave, New England Lemonade in Providence. All my roommates from New York, New Jersey said, watch out for this kid. This kid is going to be unbelievable. So, New England, you got me to thank.
All right, there you go, Scott. He fell in love with Tom Brady. You can't blame him. I mean, what'd you say, his eyes?
It's just those eyes. He looked into his eyes.
He looked into his eyes.
That was it.
He saw that man's intensity, his passion was through the roof. Let's go to John and Drake it. And, John, thank you for holding.
No problem, fellas. Leroy, Cerrone, this is a great topic for old guys on a nice summer afternoon, isn't it? We can go back to our childhood or whatever else we want to go to. So mine's been a pretty long affair, but it's getting hot. It's getting steamy, and I got to go public with it, right? Because, at some point it's going to get out there, but it's Joe Burrow of the Cincinnati Bengals. Dude's the most interesting quarterback in the NFL, plays the piano, owns the Batmobile, is into fashions, walking down the runway in Paris, Milan, Met Gala. I think he's the coolest quarterback since Joe Namath, and plays the position the most like Tom Brady. So I'll make a deal with you guys. When he wins the MVP this season, and when they win the Super Bowl, maybe just the MVP, because expecting them to win the Super Bowl might be a bit far-fetched, but I will cash a lot of tickets, and I'll send you guys and George a really good spread of your choice.
There you go, John. It sounds so confident.
He's trying to get us locked into Joe Burrow.
Well, can I say this? My son, Jordan, who's here with your son, Kyle, they've been in there playing college football or whatever. Jordan loves the Bengals. And the reason why he fell in love with them is because he played for the Boston Bengals and Pop Warner. And that's why he loves them. Another one where I had to think, like, man, did I do a good job raising my son? My son, Leroy, the oldest one, he has a love affair. He's not supposed to, but he has a love affair with OKC.
Yeah. And he has from the very beginning.
From the beginning. OKC, Kevin Durant, to be more specific. He loves him some Kevin Durant, but once Durant moved on, he's still. I was like, this past the finals, he was like, "Yep, OKC all day, baby." I said, "Wow, that's crazy."
But he's not a Celtics fan. He is he's a Thunder fan who dibbles and dabbles.
I guess
the Celtics.
I guess let's go to John in Medford. John, thank you for waiting.
Hey guys, so mine was when I was very young. I fell in love. My first love was the Patriots, obviously, but that bright, shiny, underdog story of Kurt Warner caught me and just kept me captivated when the greatest show on turf. And man, 2001, it was like getting caught. and who do you root for? Obviously, I went with my first love because I was still trying to hide it. But my dad called me out. He's like, don't you love Kurt Warner? And this is your team. You have his jersey hanging up in your closet.
Oh, you were busted a long time ago.
Couple things with that. I remember, shout out to the Berry family over there, and in Dorchester. This is like extension of my massive family. I remember being in the kitchen, and that Rams team was playing. I can't remember who they were playing, but it was the game where I think Torrey Holt catches a touchdown pass down the sideline, and Nazir Hakeem is running with him. And they're running side by side, talking trash, and they're running 50 yards down the sideline, and there's nobody around them. The whole house, all the dudes in the house was like, that's my team.
Oh, wow.
The whole house is immediately were Rams fans. If the Patriots did not win or didn't become a hot team in 01, come on to become the greatest, one of the greatest teams we've ever seen. If the Patriots didn't have the season they had, I think if the Rams would have won that Super Bowl, I think everybody would have had a love affair with the Rams. People don't we don't look at it now because we remember so much about them losing to the Patriots. Yo, that Rams team, the greatest show on turf, they were like the Warriors in the 2014. They came out of nowhere and became the hottest team in sports. Everybody wanted video games. Everybody was using the Rams.
That's true.
Marshall Faulk.
Yep.
And then Nelly comes out, St. Lunatics, they're wearing the Rams jerseys. They were the hottest thing in sports. And if the Patriots, I think, ruined their whole their run, I think, would have been phenomenal if it wasn't for what the Patriots did to that team. And I think we all would have been Rams fans. They were the most entertaining thing in sports at the time, by far.
You mentioned the Warriors in that whole piece. And with that being said, let's go to John in New Hampshire. John.
Hey, just guys, Leroy and Cerrone. I just want to let you know, I've listened for a long time, haven't called into you guys. Some of the greatest takes for the week.
Thank you.
Just to let you know. But yeah, my dirty little love affair is something that I get away with a lot because the games don't start till 10 or 10:30.
You can hide. You can creep it at night. Yeah, you creep it, huh?
Yeah, exactly, right? But as of 3 years ago, no one's supposed to love Steph. But, man, everybody that likes sports or basketball, you're tuning in at 10:30, 10:45 just to see if he goes off. It's just like one of those things that, like, it's like nothing else in sports. 10:45, you're going to bed, and he starts hitting in the second half, and you cannot turn off the TV. And it's just like something else. It's like an out-of-body experience.
Appreciate it, John. So to him, I'm going to take y'all back a little bit. Steph Curry is the Skinamax of sports.
Late night, at midnight, he probably got about 45 points.
Yep. Like, creeping to watch him some Skinamax.
When everybody else that went to bed, he in the dock living room watching Steph.
Hey, let's take a break. I'm probably going to get in trouble for that. But it's okay.
It's true.
When we get back, listen, more of your calls, plus some more All-Star talk. And Patriots training camp is coming up. Starting Wednesday, we got to touch on the Pats, too. I almost said it's hot. It's 98.5, the Sports Hub.
It's getting hot. It's getting steamy. And I got to go public with it, right? Because at some point it's going to get out there.
Poor Tina. All she's going to hear in the bathroom is bloop, 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 bloop.
Now, Leroy Irvin and Cerrone battle. Leroy and Cerrone on Boston's Home for Sports, 98.5 The Sports Hub.
All right, welcome back. 98.5 The Sports Hub. You're tuned in to Leroy and Cerrone. We've been holding it down since 2 o'clock. We're here until 5, and it's just been a joy, like it is every time we have an opportunity to be on air. We appreciate the love, the support.
Yeah. I would just add to that real quick. Man, just a quick, before I forget, quick thank you to everybody that's called today. I mean,
yeah,
really appreciate it. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to us sit on hold for God knows how long. And, you could be doing something else on this fine Saturday, but you chose to, be here with us and listening. And we've been on for 2.5 hours now, and the phones have been going for 2.5 hours.
Nonstop.
And just thank you all for the support and love, and we do really appreciate it and do not take any of it for granted.
One of the main reasons why phone lines have just been going crazy, lit up like a Christmas tree, is because we asked the question based off of what happened at Gillette Stadium, Coldplay, the Jezebels, all that stuff. We flipped it and we asked the question, and we asked you all to be very honest. Which player or team that everyone around you hates do you secretly root for? Who's your guilty pleasure when it comes to sports, a.k.a. who are you having a sports affair with? Let's go to Matt in St. Louis, who's been on hold for a minute. Matt, we appreciate you.
Yeah, hey, big fan of the show, guys. My affair was started in 2006-07, and I was a fellow in sports medicine in Indianapolis, and we covered the Indianapolis Colts, and I got to know Peyton Manning a little bit. And of course, I'm a huge Pats fan from Maine, and got to see him pretty much every day, interact with him a little bit, and became a fan.
Wow.
And then the ultimate hug occurred when I was on the sidelines for the AFC Championship game in my Colts gear, watching the Patriots blow that lead after the half. My only solace that year was that Adam Vinatieri was the kicker.
Oh, my God. So, I mean, you sound like you are madly in love. So I'm assuming that your love for Peyton Manning continues to this day. And what about the Colts as a team?
Not as much. No, it's kind of faded.
Oh, wow.
Once he retired and went on to whatever he's doing now, I kind of liked him better as a player.
Oh, wow. I don't know, Matt. I'm starting to question your loyalty.
Just a little fling.
Yeah, just a little fling.
My hate for Rashae Caldwell won't wane from that day, that 06 AFC Championship game. He was wide open on the other side.
He broke everybody's heart.
Thanks, George.
Yeah, thank you. I forgot about that, George.
We appreciate it. Let's go to Mello and Gardner. Mello, thank you for holding. Who you got?
Hey, before I get started, disclaimer. I was in middle school when this was happening, so I didn't know any better. So with that being said, Ken Griffey Jr. has to be my greatest, my favorite baseball player of all time. So just based off association, the Seattle Mariners were my favorite team. Now it's the late '90s Seattle Mariners.
Yep.
Now we're talking Edgar Martinez, Jay Buhner,
Randy Johnson,
a young Alex Rodriguez. Like, this team was stacked, and I mean, who can, like, you can't argue with that. I mean, it's just, the team was just great.
His spirit sounds torn.
It's all right, man. It's okay. You weren't the only one.
Yeah. I use Ken Griffey to this day. MLB The Show, when I do the home run derby, it's Ken Griffey.
I bought a pair of his shoes just last year. And Ken Griffey's, he's probably on everybody's list. Another one of those guys that everybody became a fan of Griffey. Just the hat backwards alone was him. It's the swing, all the shoes, the commercials, all the things. And I told you before, my wife is the biggest Ken Griffey Jr. fan.
Whoa.
She's a massive Ken. I saw a video of him the other day with what's the dude, Lou Young?
Okay, yep.
At the All-Star game. I saw Ken Griffey, and the first thing I did was send her the video because I know how much of a fan she is. And Ken Griffey just had that. He was him.
Smooth.
He was smooth. Yeah. Could you imagine if that dude would have been a Yankee?
Oh, my God. Or a Red Sox.
Imagine, like, what he probably missed out on probably $1 billion if he would have played for the Red Sox and Yankees in his prime. Like, he was that big of a superstar. And like I said, till this day, man, look, you was in middle school. It's okay. We understand. But you can let it out. We're all fans of Ken Griffey Jr. back in his prime.
You know, this is when we talk about our youth, we tend to talk about it as if we just had no accountability, and you can't really. There were certain things in middle school I knew better. I'm sorry.
Oh, you knew.
You knew.
Middle school, you knew.
Yeah, there were certain things that was like, I know right from wrong, and I chose certain things.
Knew.
Like, I chose the Buffalo Bills. I knew what I was doing.
Yeah.
And I got to be held accountable for it. So I'm sorry. I get it. He tried to, I was in middle school.
It's all right.
Just own it.
It's all right.
You knew. Let's go to Barney in Brockton. What's up, Barney?
Hey, what's up, guys? Love listening to you on Saturdays. I'm going to preface this by saying that guys who don't wear batting gloves in baseball, that does it for me.
Okay.
But once
wait. You can't speed past that. Why is that? Why is it that players who don't wear batting gloves, it does it for you?
Oh, because it's like you're not soft. You don't need them.
Okay.
Like,
that's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, once this guy went to the Cubs, I finally went to my boys and was like, yeah, I've been seeing Alfonso Soriano on the side for like 4 years now. Oh my God. He just couldn't say it when he was with the Yankees, but when he finally left, it was just like, yeah, that's my guy.
And you got to tell us, Barney, why? Why?
Oh my God. It's like his stance, his bat flip, like he was a solid second baseman. He was just an overall great player to watch. He used like one of the biggest size bats in baseball. Like I said, no batting gloves.
Yep.
Like the dude was just a freaking killer, man.
Oh man, appreciate it, Barney.
Sorry.
This is great. Can we take one more before we go to break? Let's go to John in Situate. John.
Hey, what's up, boys?
What's
Huge
up?
Pats fan here. And yeah, like in high school, middle school and shit, growing up, I met Vinatieri, all of them in the locker room. I might even have met you, Leroy, at one point. I met, Frank Robinson. He was an insurance guy for Ted Johnson. So I got the chance to go in the locker room, met Corey Dillon and stuff. But my idol growing up and my jealous thing was LaDainian Tomlinson. He was an absolute tank, dude. And then at the end of his career, he kind of shut off. But yeah, growing up, man, he was really the face of the running backs.
I get that. I get it, LT, but
he was tough.
I thought he turned into a whiner towards the end of his career.
He was looking for excuses why he didn't win.
Like,
it was always an excuse.
Yeah, it's like, here we
It's
go
like,
with
no,
this
you
guy.
sat there with the helmet on and didn't get up. But I mean, yeah, he's him. I mean, I seen the discussion on social media. People's having a debate. Was he better than who? Was he the best running back of that group? And you had Falk back then. You had Edgerrin James and all those guys. But it was Adrian Peterson. People said who was better, him or Adrian Peterson? And when you start looking at the numbers, it's like, yeah, Tomlinson was him. He was him. Marshall Falk is the only one that's close because Falk had, I want to say 7,000 yards receiving.
Yeah.
On top of 12,000 rushing or something like that. But yeah, Tomlinson was him. But I think his personality kept him from being a superstar.
It's amazing that Chargers team didn't break through.
Well, Tom Brady was in the way.
Oh, that's true.
That Troy Brown, Marlon McCree strip, that was a good one.
Yeah.
That's true.
Patriots were in the way.
Yeah. We got to take another quick break. When we get back, Cerrone, I just got a simple question concerning the Patriots. Training camp is coming up. It's starting on Wednesday. I just want to ask you something very, very simple about the guy.
Not starting at receiver. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. I just wanted to figure that out. But we'll talk about the Pats when we get back. It's 9-5 The Sports Hub.
You're listening to Leroy. Taking your calls, giving hot takes. Leroy Irvin and Cerrone battle on 98.5 The Sports Hub.
I think he probably starts camp on PUP, and I think he probably comes off at some point between now and end of August, right? Like I do think that he's trending right now to being able to play in week 1, which is like if you look at it, it's not that crazy a recovery timetable. He was injured right around Halloween. The end of August would be 10 months. Again, I think the bigger question becomes, Kayla, whether or not you can expect 100% of Steph Diggs this year, because that first year can be tricky sometimes, especially for an older player. But just as far as when he's going to be cleared to actually play football, full speed and 11 on 11, I think at some point in August it happens, and that timetable isn't that crazy considering the juncture of last year when he was hurt.
All right, welcome back. 98.5 The Sports Hub. I'm Leroy Irvin. He's Cerrone Battle. That was Albert Breer talking about Stephon Diggs. And Stephon Diggs is one of the bigger storylines when it comes to the Patriots during training camp in this upcoming season. So with that being said, to be honest, I can't believe we've made it back.
Yeah, we're here.
Football is pretty much here. And Cerrone, I just want to ask you two things. Number one, in your opinion, what is the top story or most important storyline that Patriot fans should be paying close attention to? And then secondly, I saw that, and we talked about Christian Gonzalez last week, top 100 player, and he's ranked 6th best cornerback. Execs, his peers, are now ranked him the 6th best cornerback in the league. Cerrone, what is it going to take for Drake May to enter that top 100 and possibly the top 10 quarterback conversation? So 2 questions, if you would.
I think they both go into one. Drake May should be the storyline. He is, I know the coaching changes. I know they brought in new players and all this. He's the key to the whole thing. The quarterback around the NFL, the quarterback to me is the most important position in sports. It is what it is. It's become that way. The game is designed around offense now and around quarterback play. You get yourself a top 10 quarterback, you're going to be a top 10 team. It's that simple. And where he falls in that top 5 or whatever, we argue all the time. Is it Mahomes? Is it Allen? Is it Lamar Jackson? Whatever. All we know is Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, and Pat Mahomes teams are going to be there in the end. Mm-hmm. Joe Burrow. It's all about Drake May. And I think he should be the number one storyline. He should be the guy to watch. He's the one you want to see in training camp. All these other things. I know you got little storylines here or there, position battles, who's going to make it. Mike Vrabel, all those things. McDaniels, yep. None of it looks great if this kid isn't great. It's all on Drake May. And in order for them to take the next step.
Or Drake May I was asking for Drake May to take the next step. Like Gonzalez, top 100, top 10 in as a cornerback. What about Drake May? What's it going to take for him?
Confidence. He has to be sure of everything he's doing. He has to know pre-snap. This is what not saying predetermined targets, so that's how you get in trouble.
Right.
Drake May has to break that huddle. Not even break the huddle. That young man has to pull into his parking space up front and walk in that building like he owns the place. Tom Brady's biggest thing wasn't his arm strength. It wasn't his footwork and none of those things. We talked about his technique as years went on. Brady walked in there from day one like, this is my offense. This is my building.
I'm the best decision.
I'm the best decision you've ever made. Mm-hmm. Drake May can't go in there, oh, well, we'll see, see how when the dust settles. No. He has to walk in there with the dark shades on in the suit, not smiling at people in the tunnel, not fist bumping the team ops workers. He got to walk in there like he's all about business. And no, I'm the best guy on this field. I'm the best player on this team. I'm the leader of this team. And the reason I say that, people follow the quarterback. They follow his lead. If he comes in there like he's the baddest man in the room, guess who's going to be bad with him?
Right.
Stephon Diggs, Kyle Williams, Pop Douglas, Will Campbell protecting his blind side. Everybody walks in, we got this today. We've had conversations with Ted Johnson in here and other guys who've played in the league. When they say 12 walked in there a certain way, they all walked in there a certain way. Drake May has to I know he's not Tom Brady, but he has to become the early versions of that. And that starts with confidence. Week 1, I'm the baddest man. I'm not top 10? We're going to see by the end of Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I got to know when I snap this ball. Watch this throw, y'all. Watch this. When he breaks contain. Hey, y'all, watch this. Watch a little magic here. And he has that ability. He had it in college. If you go back and look at some of the highlights of him, not the throws, not the amazing throws, the arm strength, and none of that stuff, this plays where there was 3 guys, I think it was against Virginia Tech. 3 guys standing at the 1. Drake May's coming in full speed. You're like, oh, he's going to run out of bounds. He's going to slide. He jumps over all 3 guys like Gronk at the goal line. He didn't do that much last year because should I? Is coach going to be mad? What if I get hurt? He has to come out there and shake all that. I'm going to get that touch. I'm going to get 6 here because that 6 is the difference between us winning games. Winning this game could be the difference between making the playoffs and missing it. I got to treat every play like it's my last. And I think for them to take the next step, that quarterback has to take the next step, and I think he will. I think everybody will fall in line behind him. And I think the coaching staff now is going to be confident. Okay, we got a killer here. Now all of a sudden the playbook is open. Okay, let's run this because I know with confidence he's going to run it. The receivers are going to be confident. The offensive line is going to hold up a little better. They're going to be smiling now because they're protecting a real leader back here. And I think last year he was unsure of himself. Should I do this? I'm just throw it out of bounds. And think about it. We praised him for being safe.
Yeah, it's true.
Throw it away. Live for another down. Just run out of bounds here. Slide. Just take. Let's settle for a punt here and don't turn it over. The settling days are over.
And then in return, we'll praise the Lamar Jacksons, the Josh Allens.
For being aggressive.
Yeah.
Lamar keeping plays alive. Look at Pat Mahomes turn his back and run this way, run that way, throw a no-look pass with his left hand. We praised them for being aggressive. We praised the Philadelphia Eagles for being aggressive. 4th down, tush push. Joe Burrow. I'm throwing this to Jamar Chase. I don't care if there's 5 people over there. He's going to be down there somewhere. Pat Mahomes, I'm going to throw it deep. I know this guy's going to be there. Mm-hmm. Drake May has to get to that point and on the field where he's confident. I'm going to make the play. I'm going to get something out of nothing here. Tom Brady did it over and over again. The great quarterbacks, John Elway, Pat Mahomes, Peyton Manning, they all did that. It's time for Drake May. Take the training wheels off. We can't be scared of him getting hit, scared of him turning. So what? Josh Allen led the league in interceptions. Guess where he ended up? AFC Championship. It didn't matter. Lamar Jackson fumbles dozen times. Didn't matter. Look where they're at. You got to take chances. And I think for them to take the next step as a team, the quarterback has to be out there and can't be afraid to make mistakes. He can't be afraid of having to talk to the media in post-game and all those things. If he comes out there with that confidence, I think they're going to follow his lead. And it could unlock guys that we didn't know had it in them. What will Pop Douglas look like with a confident quarterback? We don't know. Kendrick Bourne. I mean, I have another thought on Kendrick Bourne. I honestly think he's going to be the odd man out. But Keyshawn Boutte and some of these other guys, what do they all look like when the quarterback is unlocked? You had last year, you had, what's his name was the quarterback the first half of the season. What's his name?
Oh, God.
He wasn't oozing confidence, put it that way.
I can't believe we forgot it.
Exactly, the forgotten man. That's what we call the forgotten man.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I can't think of the quarterback.
For the Patriots?
Yes.
Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett.
Yeah.
Let me switch up. Yeah, I'm in and out of stuff over
I think we tried to bury that season in our.
Yeah, but I mean, think about the first half. It was very cautious.
Yeah.
What did he win 5 games without throwing? He only had 1 touchdown pass.
It was something crazy like that.
And we praised just get a field goal range, run out of bounds, throw it away. We all, as a fan base, coaching staff, ownership, everybody, take the training wheels off. We can't be happy with settling for punts and field goals. Let this kid play, and he's got to build the confidence. And I think they take off behind him.
That's what's up. Well, a new chapter in the book of, what is this? The 2025-2026 Patriots season starts on Wednesday. Looking forward to it. We got to take a break. When we get back, I still see we got callers. We'll take some more callers, plus the players' call to wrap this baby up. It's 985 The Sports Hub. I'm Leroy Irvin. He's Cerrone Battle George on the 1s and 2s, and it is a Slum Village Music Saturday. Enjoy.
Leroy and Cerrone on the Sports Hub.
Topic that dominated today's show was who are you having a sports affair with? Again, everyone knows what happened at Gillette Stadium at the Coldplay concert. What did he say? What did that caller say? I got Coldplayed. You got Coldplayed. And so we just bring it on back to sports. Is there a team? Is there a player that you know deep down inside where you're from? You're not supposed to root for them, but you've been doing it secretly. So let's go to Don in Cambridge. Don, our final call of the day. Don, what's up?
Okay, here it is. Here's my story. I was born in 1970, so I love Bird. I used to pretend to be him when I shot. You know that. But my man was a video game. It was Bird versus Dr. J. Dr. J was the reason why it took me so long to respect Jordan, because I loved Dr. J so much as a kid. He's just amazing.
Thank you, Don. I appreciate that.
That's like a third Sixers call. A lot of people I know personally, my family, that generation before me, most of my family, they loved the Celtics, but they were huge fans of the Sixers in the 80s. Something about them, they were just a team that everybody kind of loved. And when Moses Malone, Dr. J, they were like a boy band. Some people were fans of Andrew Toney. Some people like Mo Cheeks. Dr. J had his own fan base, and Moses had his fans. Everybody kind of had somebody that they loved from those 80s Sixers. And most fans of 80s basketball, they were Laker fans and Celtics fans, and very few Jordan fans really at the time. But the Sixers, They were them back then, and people kind of loved the Sixers.
I thought you was going to throw something because we had a caller earlier, like you said, mentioned the Sixers, and he was going through names of Sixers, and then he got to Joel Embiid, and he was talking about him in a loving, positive way. I thought you was going to lose your mind.
No,
Don't you
I'm not
dare
gonna
put that man's name in the name of Barkley and Tony.
But he's a Sixers fan, so to the Sixers fans, Embiid is that guy, but to me, he's not.
That's what's
I'm
up.
an Embiid fan. I'm a Kansas fan myself, so yeah.
His call is because I saw him sitting with the one and only big ticket Kevin Garnett at the Summer League games, and I just love seeing young people being willing and open to gain wisdom from people who have done it before them. That's an excellent, excellent look. Shout outs to AJ. You get my player's call. George, who you got?
All right, I got a two-piece as well. I did want to shout out Buff Bagwell, former WCW wrestling great. He had his right leg amputated, unfortunately, after complications following an automobile accident a few years back. I did want to wish him well and let him know that when you're NWO, you're NWO for life.
For life.
And Buff, you are still the stuff.
Still the stuff.
And I did also want to shout out a local thing very close to my heart, my alma mater for high school, the Leominster flag football team. If you've seen SportsCenter Top 10, the triple pass, that is coming from your boys. A little ridiculous play, the shenanigans. So shout out to the Leominster Packers, a.k.a. the Blue Devils. I see you. Dream big, young man.
There you go.
What's up right there.
All right, Cerrone, who you got, man?
I'm going to give mine to Shedeur Sanders. Not because I think he's going to be the man or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But to Shedeur Sanders, there was a massive fire at it's called Garden Valley. It's an apartment complex in Cleveland. And it took over 60 firefighters from 20 different fire stations to put this fire out. 40 families were displaced. I think there's one death and several hospitalized in critical condition. Shedeur Sanders, 5 days after it happened, put on a Garden Valley Fest. Food trucks, free haircuts, back to school stuff. He put on a family fan fest in the middle of the apartment complex where these people lost their homes or whatever, donated all kinds of money. And he kind of captured the keys to the city with this moment. People were out there crying, said no one's ever done that for them from any of the sports teams in Cleveland, which is shocking, LeBron James. But shout out to Shedeur Sanders for doing this. No one told him to do it. He just said went out there and got it done. And amazing event for those families and those people in that community. And, big ups to him. And I just only wish that the praise was as loud as
the criticism
about his, the things that we heard when it comes to Shedeur Sanders. So my player's call goes out to Shedeur Sanders and helping out all those displaced families, all 40 of them, at the Garden Valley Family Fest last week.
That's what's up. Well, we have come to the end of the show. We appreciate all the love and support. And like I say every day over down the hall, about to say down the street, down the hall at our sister station, Hot 96.9. You guys live good, eat good, and please show your